Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BigSin podcast. I am your host, Sinji. With me, my co-hosts, Big Tone Son and Irby.
Yo,
What up?
We decided to upgrade Irby. He's here every week. Deal with it. So, as now per usual, let's start off with what really grinded my gears this week segment. Does anyone have anything that really annoyed them last week?
Yeah, I got something.
I love the
When,
enthusiasm. What is it?
yeah, well, yesterday I went to the grocery store and I always get these particular brand of chips. And on these chips, I'm like, oh, these are great. I've been getting them for a while. No one ever was buying them. And now since the pandemic hit, they can't stay on the daggone shelf. So it's like y'all wasn't eating these before. Why y'all trying to eat these now? So that's what grinds my gears when you start buying a product and everyone starts buying it and getting it because they seen you get it, or you get some drinks. I had another thing of drinks I'd usually get, and it seemed like they can't stay on there either because people just buying them up.
Damn. Yo, Tone, what about you? Anything grinded your gears last week?
yeah, the DMV. These lines at the DMV are absolutely erroneous. Um, the state of New Jersey should be ashamed of themselves for reopening the DMVs the way they have. Um, first of all, DMVs are essential, so these motherfuckers should have been open. They should have never closed. So now you have people complaining about all these ridiculous lines, and you know it's basically Governor Phil Murphy's fault because the DMV should have been open. Or I even have a better one. The only thing that I'm trying to do is renew my motorcycle registration. It's the only thing that I'm trying to do. I don't understand why I can renew a motorcycle that I use as a taxi cab or that I use for delivery service, but I can't register a residential motorcycle. It makes absolutely no sense. And I mean, you've got people camping out just to get to the DMV. I had to drive almost 40 minutes away from my house just to register a motorcycle, and someone posted on Facebook that the guy that was first in line had been there since 12:30 that morning. I think this state is just doing a terrible job as far as the reopening of the DMV, and something absolutely has to change. And I got another one. So Friday when I got out of work, I decided, let me drive by the DMV and see what that line's looking like. Maybe at least I can renew my motorcycle permit. So I go to the DMV. Line isn't bad at all. It's actually pretty decent, the best I've seen. DMV doesn't close for another hour and a half. There's probably only 10 people in front of me at the most. I'm out there for 5 minutes. A cop comes out and goes, "Hey, listen, the DMV has reached capacity for today. You guys are gonna have to come back at a later date." The fuck do you mean you've reached capacity? Bitch, you're open for another hour and a half. You telling me that you can't take care of 10 people in an hour and a half? It shouldn't take that long to renew somebody's license because I was at a DMV that only deals with licensing. End of rant.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, this week, I grinded my own gears. And I'll tell you both why. I fucking suck at like judging the distance for parking, backing up wise, and like it's so annoying because like I'm the type of person who like swears someone's probably watching me from behind and like judging me. So like I start backing up and I'm looking backwards and like I feel like I'm so close to the vehicle behind me. And then I turn off my car, I get out, and it turns out I was nowhere near the vehicle, just a whole half parking spot. I needed to back into, and I have to make a decision. Either leave the car there or park again while someone probably randomly looking out the window laughs at how stupid I am the way I'm parking.
Hmm?
Yeah, I probably would
So
laugh
that
at you.
yeah, that's because I feel like someone's definitely watching. Like, there's no way someone's not watching.
I'm like, look at this dummy can't park a lick. Yeah. Mm-mm. You need to get better at parking, man.
It's just my depth perception for parking is horrendous. Like, I'll swear I'm touching the car and then I get out and I'm nowhere near the fucker.
Maybe you just don't know how to drive.
I'm okay, driver.
I don't know, man.
What do you mean?
Yeah. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Don't get all sensitive on the boy.
I'm a sensitive guy, man.
No, you're not. You gotta have feelings to be sensitive.
Damn.
Damn.
Mm.
Boy, don't try to
Yeah.
massacre me.
Nah, man, you just massacred yourself.
I ain't even do nothing.
Mm-mm-mm.
Alright, so I don't think anyone has something to talk about this week. Tony, you had something you wanted to talk about?
Oh, no, not really. I mean, apparently they're coming out with a which oh shit, what you call it, a Far Cry 6, and it's supposed, and apparently rumors are that it's supposed to be a sequel to Far Cry 3. I've never played Far Cry 3, so I don't even know what the hell Far Cry 3 is about.
Me neither.
Far Cry games are fun. Um,
The only one I ever beat was the fifth one.
that was a good game.
Is that the
Yeah, I
one where
like the
it's
fifth
like is it like ancient prehistoric dinosaurs or something?
Nah, that
That's
was
Primal.
yeah. Now this one had the Colt that was in Montana.
Mmm. Colt.
Yeah,
Colt
so
45.
I have fun with Far Cry. So I thought we'd do something a little different since there wasn't really anything to talk about. Unless you guys want to talk about Will Smith and Jada splitting real quick.
No, they didn't
RBC.
really split.
Herbie's been drowning me with memes.
Oh, the memes are hilarious. They in there stay undefeated. They'd have made a beat to it and everything.
We had an entanglement. August and I had an entanglement.
Yeah. It's hilarious though. I might send that to you, Tone.
I mean, I look at it this way. They were basically broken up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not siding with Jada, but if you want to know who everyone should really be mad at, it's this soft ass nigga, August Alsina. That's who
Yeah.
should really be mad at. Cause his bitch ass nigga basically just snitched. Motherfucker, you soft as shit. Keep your goddamn mouth shut. You a side nigga, bruh. Do what side niggas do. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's
No,
how I
Tony.
feel, bro.
That is not what we're condoning here. No, that's funny as hell.
I'm not condoning it, but I'm just saying though, like, you motherfucker, you mashed potatoes. You ain't steak, bro. You know what I mean? Know your position. Play your role.
Shit.
Nigga called him mashed
Shit.
potatoes.
He is, man. You a side of corn, bro. You green beans. You collard greens. You not the chicken. You not the steak. You not the tacos, bro.
Alright, he went too deep with
Stay
it.
in your
We
lane.
lost him.
I'm just saying, man. Stay in your lane, bro. There's
We
rules to
lost
this
him to the
shit.
saying. This
This
nigga
bitch
got
ass
deep in that
nigga
metaphor.
This bitch ass nigga going on radio stations and shit, and nigga, fuck you and your fucking feelings. You got an issue, get a tissue, nigga.
Oh, I like that one.
Go speak it out with a therapist or something, bro. Like, you wildin'.
You got an
Shit.
issue, grab a tissue.
I'm at, I'm at to use that.
Hell yeah, that's next mixtape.
Shit, man, she must have some good pussy, bro. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, this nigga going crazy like that? This nigga tripping.
Yeah, his feelings was hurt.
It's
Yeah.
talking about he got Will's blessing. Nigga, shut up. No, you didn't.
Shit.
This nigga tripping. These soft ass R&B dudes. Get over it, nigga.
Said he was acting like a light skin, huh?
Basically.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I really don't know nothing about anything that happened, so it's like I don't even know. I just enjoy the memes because they're hilarious. But
True.
other than that, I don't care.
Why don't
It
she
ain't my
want me?
place. Yeah, that was hilarious. Why does she want me, man? Talking about Uncle Phil. When I had,
Yeah,
I was like,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't fucking care either. I really don't give a fuck about celebrities and their lives. I got my own fucked up life to worry about.
yeah, I hear that.
True.
I do enjoy a good meme. Does me well though.
Yeah.
Bruh, man. This nigga Irby, always while I'm at work, I'll have to do something for 2 hours. I'll come back. There's like 10 memes I need to watch. And then some of them I can't
Yeah.
see. I can't even explain which one I can't see because there's like 10 in between them.
Shit.
But since there was nothing really important to talk about this week, I thought we'd do something different. I looked up very hard questions to answer, and it came up with like would you rather questions. So
Hmm.
whatever. I'll go through the list as much as I can, and you guys tell me which one you'd rather do, and I'll also give my opinion.
Let's fuck it off then, shorty.
All right, number one. Would you rather be able to detect any lie you hear or get away with any lie you tell? Kick it off with
Hmm.
Irby.
Well, I would like to be able to detect lies, cause I would like to be a human lie detector, make a whole bunch of money off of that. You know what I'm saying? But no, I feel like if you can get away with like any lie, then what's the point of living? Because you could say anything you ever wanted to say, and no one would ever know the difference and be able to call you out on it. But like being able to detect them, oh, did you have an entanglement with Austin? And she'd be like, no. And then you'd be like, that's a lie. Lie
Lie
detector
detector determined
determines.
that was a lie.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean your kids would never be able to get away with anything. But I feel like sometimes you do have to lie for like little white lies. And sometimes you can get away with little stuff like that. Or
Well, I mean, if you look at it, parents lie to their kids all the time.
yeah,
Between Santa Claus, fucking the Easter Bunny, shit like that.
yeah.
Okay,
So
so
he
which one would you rather do, Tony? Or rather be a human lie detector?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty good at both already. But I'm gonna have to go with Irby on that one.
Okay, all right.
yeah.
So I rather be able to get away with any lie because I can pretty much get anything I want at that point. And hear me out. If I can get away with any lie, that means I can go up to a 5-star hotel, say I'm fucking Donald Trump's son, and they'll let me in.
Depending on what hotel you're going to now.
Well, yeah, but like Trump has a lot of shit in AC.
But see the thing is though, like they have people like that. They're called con men, man. So like you don't really need a superpower for that. You just need to be able to read people and like have like the perception of skill and like know what makes a person tick and whatnot. So being able to lie is just pretty much like a basis of the understanding of the human mind and how to like portray yourself in a manner in which someone would believe you in. But like protecting, I think that's a whole different like art form, you know? Cause
So I agree. I think at the same time, if I can just get in by telling a lie, get like anything I want, go to a bank, it's like, hey, I need to withdraw money from my account, but I don't have ID on me. But they'll believe me anyway because they believe every lie I tell. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you just
It's
want.
tempting.
So you just want to be a thief.
Wait, so
I'm not
you can
stealing.
get.
They're giving it to me.
Where's the thing? Yeah, you can get away with any lie, but never mind. No, never mind.
You were gonna like think of a bad side to it and then like contradicted it.
I mean, there really isn't.
There is it.
Yeah.
Because like even if someone suspected you and like the authority's like, hey, you stole, like I didn't. It's a lie, but they're gonna believe it.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. It's like the power of Mesmer. Yeah.
The power of Mesmer. Okay,
Yeah.
so are we wrapped up the lie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one. Number 2. Would you rather get with your boss to get promoted or give up the promotion?
I'm giving up
Depends
that
on my
promotion
boss.
with the quickness.
It depends on my boss.
Yeah. I think it would depend on your boss. You know.
I was like, do I have an attractive ass boss?
No.
Nah, Steve's your boss.
Then nah, fuck the promotion.
Yeah. I feel like it's something about like not earning it. You know. Like you didn't get off of valor or like your credentials. Like you got it based off of an action you did, which you know. To me,
But
I'd be
a
like,
lot of the time nowadays, it's about who you know, not what you're good at.
I know. So that's what frustrating in the business world is like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, do people deserve promotions? Yeah, 100%. Do a lot of people get the promotions deserved? No, because people who do get it don't deserve it, and they get it because they know someone who got them to their position. So,
Yeah.
like, if my boss was, first of all, a fucking female, let's get that right. My boss has to be a female for me to even consider this. And if she's attractive, hell yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, I'm doing it with the quickness. My boss is a female and actually look decent. Oh yeah. You
Hell
count
yeah.
me in. Matter of fact, you can keep the damn promotion. I'm trying to smash.
Alright, well.
Oh man, this guy.
Shit, you look at this way, boss lady got money. I'm
She
smashing,
do.
I'm getting her pregnant, and I'm getting some of that money.
Damn.
Alright, well, we
Nah,
hit
I
a new
don't think
level
I
of that
would.
question.
Stay at home dad,
So,
baby.
Irby is the man with the conscience
Mayor.
between the group so far.
Yeah. Got a conscience and I got feelings, unlike
Well, damn.
you.
So, we ready to move on?
That what?
We ready to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright, 3. Would you rather be a hopeless romantic or a hopeful unromantic? What? Okay. I guess that's a question.
Can you read that one again? I'm not clear on your terminology, phrasing there.
Would you rather be a hopeless romantic or a hopeful unromantic?
I feel like I'm a hopeless romantic right now.
I'll be honest, I don't know what I am right now, but
Yeah, trying to woo
I'm
you
not
in.
fully grasping what a hopeful unromantic person is.
I don't know. I feel like that's like looking for love or something, but you're not like grabbing flowers for her and opening her car door and that
Oh, so
kind
the
of
type of
stuff.
person who loses his girl rather than...
Yeah, that's what I feel like it is.
I mean, I think anyone would rather be a hopeless romantic than like a hopeful unromantic person. It's like, what are you gonna do? You need some form of romance to keep your girl or to get the girl, right?
Yeah.
Like you can, unless you get one of those insecure girls who's just into dicks.
Shit.
You treat her like shit and she stays with you even though she knows you ain't good for her.
Yep. How it goes sometimes. Sometimes they get all the luck.
Yo, tell him, so hopeless romantic or hopeless or hopeful unromantic?
Hopeful, unromantic.
Mm.
We know you a big softy nigga.
Sure
Exactly.
is.
That's why I want the opposite.
Dang. Okay, that makes
It makes
sense.
sense. It definitely
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. You got all beat up, huh? Being a hopeful for romantic, so you want to be something different.
Basically.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
can
can
respect it.
honestly say that I kind of teeter between the two.
Yeah,
Nah, I just like
yeah.
being
I
a
can.
Because,
dick.
because I could
Mm,
be I could be a motherfucker that you just absolutely cannot stand, and then I could be that person that you just can't stand not being around. You know what I mean?
You're an
yeah,
acquired
I know how
taste.
that go. Show is.
Basically.
I love that term, acquired taste.
Yeah, it's not a bad term.
It's
Not
not.
for everybody,
It's
and
quite it's
everybody's
quite
not for them.
indubious.
I'm not even sure that's a real word, my friend.
Indubious is a word. I'm just not entirely sure what the meaning of that word is.
That's why I don't think you use it in the right connotation or context in that one.
I know it's the stupidest thing. There's this YouTuber I watch sometimes, and like, he started saying it all the time. It was really annoying. It's like, ooh, I will indubiously pick up this grenade and throw it indubiously at the enemy. Indubiously. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I want to finish watching this series, but what the fuck are you saying?
Yeah, I think Marlon Wayans did it one time. It means not dubious or doubtful, certain, not doubting.
All right, so
So
here's
what?
here's one in the here's a better question. Would you rather have too many friends or too few friends?
I'd rather have no friends at all. No, I'm kidding. Too few friends. I feel like it's the quality of the few friends you have, you know. Because if it's friends that will like you be like, oh man, I'm stuck on the bad side of town at like 3 a.m. Can you come pick me up? And they come through and pick you up. And them the friends you want. Like, which one having a bunch of friends where they're not gonna be there for you in your time of need?
Exactly. You know you got
I
a good
couldn't
friend
agree more.
when you know you got a good friend when you call someone 2 o'clock in the morning, like, yo man, I'm having problems, and he comes outside and he's waiting for you to come outside your house in the pouring rain with the gun in hand. That's how you know you got you a true friend.
Nah,
Yeah.
you know you got a true friend when you call the nigga up and he's like, yo, bro, I need to get rid of this chick. And he tells you he's having bike problems. So you go ahead and tell the girl the bike blew up. Your boy needs you.
Yeah.
Damn. Who did that?
Me.
Hmm. Yeah. I feel like at the end of the day, it's all about people that you can go to like war with and debate with, and you don't have to worry about is they just using you for what you got or like your means or like they genuinely care about you. Because we all probably have those friends that be like, hey man, what you doing? Oh, well, I need you to come help me out with this. But when you call them to help you move or something, they say, oh, I can't, man. I'm busy doing this or I'm doing that. So,
True.
because not everyone's going to give you the same amount of respect and level of
Oh, of course
appreciation
not.
and gratitude. Yeah.
Nah, man, I'd rather have a small circle than a large one, mainly cause like it's hard to keep up with like people and like I I don't even put shit past family, so why would I trust X amount of people with shit that's important to me? And I'm the type of person like if I can't trust you with something small, or I mean big, why would I bother trusting you with something small? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dog.
To me, it's just a
I,
waste of effort.
yeah, I
If you're
feel that.
untrustworthy if you're untrustworthy one way, you're untrustworthy all the way around. To me.
Yeah, dog. I can get down with that. Oh, somebody shut up.
Yeah, I prefer to keep my circle extremely small. Um, Only because just because they're your friends don't mean they won't stab you in the back. Just because they're your friends don't mean they won't try to sleep with one of your sleep with your wife or your girlfriend or some shit like that, or even go even darker, try to do something to your kids. You know what I mean?
Word.
Mm. Yeah, dog. I hear that.
Word. All right. So
I don't
next
know. I've
question.
had I've had bad experience with friends, so
Keep going, Tom. Keep
maybe I'm
going.
just maybe I'm just a little jaded.
Cynical.
Yeah,
Love the
like
term.
there's probably only one guy that I hang out with. You know what I mean? That's it.
Dang.
I know a lot of people, but there's really only one guy I really hang out with. So
I
it is
know what
what
you
it
mean,
is.
big dog.
And I want to clear this up.
It ain't me.
I'm not just saying, and I'm not. I know it may seem like I'm holding back. I'm not really holding back anything. That's just the truth of the matter. 'Cause I know some people that are my friends might listen to this, and personally, I don't really give a fuck. But there's really only one guy that I fucking hang out with, and me and him been riding since middle school, and that's just the way it is, you know. It's
And
Things
not
will
that's
like
never
just
I,
the
be
way
the
it
same.
is.
it's
I
not,
get ready
no,
to.
and it's not that I don't want to, hang out with my other friends, but a lot of
Nah, you
times,
hate us, dog.
nah, some of them just be on that bullshit, and that's just how it is.
I want to say that I, sir, am on that bullshit. I will always be on that bullshit, and you can count on me to be on that bullshit.
Hell yeah.
That's how consistent I am. Fucking consistency. You know?
Mm. Old square.
Alright, next question. Would you rather have no taste buds or be blind? Colorblind. Colorblind, not blind.
Colorblind.
I will say yeah, color. I was thinking colorblind.
Oh man, I don't
What's the
know.
what's the what's the point of eating if you can't taste your food? I'll take colorblind any day, because you can. I mean, there's no clear cut fix for colorblind, but if you know
No,
what
actually
your
there
color,
is.
They have those
Special
color
glasses or
chromatic
something?
glass. Yeah.
oh well, there you go. I'd rather be colorblind.
Yep.
Alright, but I'm pretty sure I can't afford that shit.
But I mean, on like on the same hand, like you can see where you're going and doing things. It may be harder to drive, but
Yeah, but if you let's say for instance the color red, you see that in blue or some shit like that. Well, if you know a stop sign is supposed to be red and you see it in blue, obviously your goofy ass is going to stop. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like if you know what different
I didn't know where
colors
you were going with that
don't
for a second.
well, if you know what a color's supposed to be and you see it in a different color, then you should be able to differentiate it. You know, only time it may be tough is when it comes to
Yeah.
clothes, sneakers, and shit
Well,
like that. But I mean,
that's why.
if you cook a steak and you cut the bitch open and it's blue on the inside, obviously you know it's raw. So
Yeah, I
mm,
feel like
mm,
I mean
almost made me spit out my
there's
water.
there's varying
Nigga talking
degrees
about
to
blue
color
steak, bro.
blindness too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some people are just like, some people like can't see the color red. Like instead of red, they'll see brown or some shit.
It's like red and green. Those two together give some people trouble. Yeah, there's varying degrees of it. Like blues and yellows, and so. But like if you just see stuff in like black and white, but I think it's just like shades of gray, like color's not as bright or something. I would take colorblind any day. Cause if you get food, ain't no telling what you eat, man. You could be eating. They could pick some stuff off the ground, week old roadkill, all sorts of nasty stuff they feeding you. You wouldn't even know.
Alright, but you see, I'm already Like pretending that the technology for colorblind people doesn't exist. I'm already kind of picky. Like it's not like I'm eating an exorbitant amount of like tasty food. Like the shit I eat is good to me, but like it's not a variety of different things. You know what I mean? Like
I'm a chicken
versus
pickles,
like
bruh.
nah,
That's
I
what
don't
you
do
like.
pickles. Don't put my reputation out there, bro. I don't do pickles. um, I think I'd rather be able to see, and then like if I have no taste buds, it doesn't matter what I don't like because I'm not gonna taste it anyway. I can start eating things that are actually good for me because I'm not gonna taste it anyway. But that's just my personal reason.
Hold on. You said you don't eat stuff that's good for you just because it doesn't taste well.
Wait, what?
Is that what you said?
That I don't eat some stuff that's good to me because it doesn't taste well?
Yeah. I feel like
Yeah,
that's what you
nigga. If
just
I don't like
said.
how it tastes, I don't eat it. The fuck?
Hmm. Trying to
It's called
I'm
being a
trying
picky eater, Irby.
see you see we ain't had that choice, man. You ain't eat. You go to bed hungry.
And guess what the
Hey,
fuck I did some days? I went to bed hungry.
mm, you a good one 'cause I had to eat. That's why I grew up big and strong, and you grew up scrawny.
Well, what my grandfather used to
Nah,
do was
it
he
don't
wouldn't
even
let
matter.
me
It's
leave
genetics.
he wouldn't let me leave the dinner table until I was done eating. But like at that point, I would just when everyone left the dinner table, I would just throw away my food.
Mm, dang. I see big dog. Oh, you gonna say
I don't know. It was just me.
that? Yeah, I can understand that. You know, shit,
Nah,
I ain't a
bro.
picky eater.
I'm what my taste was.
I'm trying to tell you the magnificent stuff that tastes well and is good for you. You don't even give it a chance. Y'all remember that show, All That? When they was like,
Yeah.
give peas a chance?
Yeah.
Yep, that's Carlos. He don't even want to give peas a chance.
Yo, peas are delicious.
Yeah, they ain't bad at all.
Peas are tolerable. I wouldn't say they're delicious.
Especially when you mix it with your rice and roni.
Yeah,
I mean,
peas.
peas in like ramen and peas in Chinese rice. It's good. I'm okay with that.
Shoot. Nah,
The
man.
next
I
question is
don't know
gonna
what's
be
wrong
really
with me.
hard for me.
Okay, well,
So
spit it out.
the next one is: would you rather never hear music again or lose the ability to read?
Yeah, what was that?
Would you rather never hear music again or lose the ability to read? That's a tough
I,
one for me.
I'm good on the music.
I would say, yeah, I'd rather not hear music at all.
Bro, nah, for me, like I love music, and I'm not gonna say I love reading, but I really enjoy anime, and that involves a lot of fucking reading,
Yeah, so you won't be able to do none of that. You'd have to learn how to speak Japanese or Chinese.
or just wait for the dub version. But not all anime is guaranteed to have a dub version,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of good ones out there, man. I don't know. You might have to kill me.
yeah, I'm definitely not listening to music again.
Yeah, fuck that. I need to know how to read.
Yeah, you couldn't read a map. You couldn't read stuff on the TV. Tell degrees. Yeah, a whole lot of stuff happens with reading. Music? Nah, I can listen to podcasts or listen to audiobooks.
Basically, I barely listen to music as it is now.
Yeah, I only listen
I,
when I'm
I
trying
mean,
to listen to my book.
the last thing a woman's gonna find attractive is your ass not being able to read. Does that
What? What?
say? Does that say insurance fraud? Dumbass
all right,
nigga,
but
no
like at
fraud.
the same time,
He
a
wouldn't
lot
even
of
know
people
about
connect through
insurance.
music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then when it comes down to if you can't read, You can't
Can't read the
drive.
yeah.
You you you, you can't drive. How the hell are you supposed to hold down a job? Let's say for instance you got to sign a contract or something. You can't read the damn contract. And how you supposed to sign it? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Pretty cut and dry there, my friend.
These niggas went deeper with it than I thought.
Yeah,
I didn't even
nah,
go
man.
that deep. I was just like, I like
Well, because you
anime.
got to look. Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
well, because you got to look at the whole totality of life. You know what I mean? Like music, you don't need music to work. You don't need music to. It's a lot of things you don't need music for.
yeah.
Music is to help you get through. Music, help you get through different shit. If you want to dance and shit, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
Like,
for a lot of people, music also like saves their lives. When like reading,
well, go,
reading will help you in life, but reading won't save your life.
yeah, but
Sure
listen,
can.
but
If you're
how?
dying and you got to read the instructions on how to administer a emergency tracheotomy, that's saving life right there.
Yeah,
If
but
you
how
don't
does
look at
All
it
right,
how?
that's
medicine.
very situational.
But how does listening to music help you buy a house, buy a car? If your ass can't read, you just ain't get a job. Period. No matter what
Yeah.
job you have, you're gonna have to read.
Yeah.
Even if you work in sanitation, like if you can't read, how the hell you gonna read the address on something? Or how the hell you gonna read a street sign? You know what I mean? You just
Yeah.
that's the facts of life, man.
Yeah, like the little boy my mom babysits, he does not like to read at all, and I'm trying to tell him like, how do you expect to do anything in life if you can't read or don't want to read? And it's like he doesn't want to understand it, and he'd be struggling doing his homework and doing everything because he don't understand it. And I forget there was a speaker I saw. He was like when you're going to school, you're learning to read, but when you get older, you're reading to learn. And I was like, that's profound, you know.
Yeah.
It's like he,
Hey, don't get me wrong. Like I used to love reading. Now I just I don't really read like that. But shit, I know how to read. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
it's like if you wanted to pick up a book and do it, you can. Like whereas like if you only were able to listen to music, you wouldn't know how to do anything. You couldn't tell how to cook a thing. You couldn't tell how long to make your dinner or when to add certain ingredients. How
Yeah.
you wouldn't even know how to clean up your room or anything.
Or how about if your dumbass actually got someone pregnant and your kid wants you to read them a bedtime story? Well, you ain't doing that.
Yeah, or you had to read how to administer your medicines when when you were dying or something, or your mama's dying, and you don't know how to. You just like here and you give them an overdose. You know, like
Yeah.
reading is fundamental. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I can see.
yeah. No, Carlos still want to listen to music. It's all right though.
I don't want to give up either. That's that one's a little brutal for me.
Well, if you got to pick one, man, take that music, bro. I can live without it.
Yep.
Bro, I got an Apple Music subscription and I hardly use it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I hear
So
that.
next question. Oh, that's the same question. Hold on, hold on. Would you rather find true love or be rich?
Rich.
I was about to say I think about being rich. I
Mm.
mean,
I'm
I
I'm
don't
I'm,
know.
I'm perfectly fine with being with someone. You know what? Shut up.
uh,
What happened,
yeah, I know
Tom?
what you mean.
I'm good.
I mean, true love is it's fine and all, but like, I've been with plenty of people that's like, oh, this you're my true love and this and that, but you with someone else a month after we break up. Can't be that true love. Or they're like, oh, I love you all my heart and soul, and then you want to go on a break, or you need time to think about yourself, or
Like
Okay, but
Carlos
depends.
don't
like
even try to set
this
me
is
up.
this is like the question is, would you rather be with your true love or be rich? Just because someone says they're your true love, theoretically speaking, doesn't mean they actually are. This is directly putting the person you're actually supposed to be with the rest of your life in front of you.
Sir, give me the money. I'll buy love. Fuck it.
You buy women too.
Basically.
I don't, shoot, I don't care about nothing. Yeah, just let me go. No, but
I think
yeah, I mean,
I think I'd rather take
in
the love.
theory, I'm saying in theory, if your true love shows up, then sure. But you, you know the odds of actually finding someone to like complete you in every sort of way, like isn't isn't profound, or you're not gonna like absolutely find it. Like your true love might not even been born if that's the case. She could, you could be 40 and she'd be like 25 one day. Like you just don't know. I mean, because you might have to wait your whole life to find true love, but that money gonna hit differently in my bank account tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Oh word, I'm feeling depressed. Let me go buy this Bugatti.
Shoot.
Let me go buy this Bugatti, cruise the boulevard, pick up some dumb chick who just want a couple dollars and some D, and I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of fallacies in that true love. Because what if you 80 and she just turned 19? With your whole life broke for what?
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay. Another rich question. Would you rather be the richest man in the world or the smartest?
Smart, because I can make that. I can make. If I'm smart, I can easily make money.
I was gonna
Oh,
say smart.
do we all agree on that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, easy. Would you rather have a high profile job with no family for life or an average job with a family to live by?
I
I don't like being alone. I'd rather have the family.
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
I
wait.
would
So
say
repeat that.
Would you rather have a high profile job with no family for life or an average job with a family to live with?
Well, you,
like I guess I put it this way. Like, would you rather be it's like being a high profile
Successful
like
and
basketball
forever.
player alone or something, like a high level CEO versus being like a low level grunt at the same company.
yeah, the low level grunt can still make decent money though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like saying, would you rather have your current job with your family, or would you rather be a CEO and have no one to come home to for life? Mind you, you can't buy shit this time around. Like, it's just for life.
Shoot, you could buy you some dogs, buy you some
Some
high
people
level
consider dogs
escorts.
family.
Nah, man.
You know what? I'll take the average job. I'm good on that. Because the average job, I can still make 50, 60,000 a year, and I don't need a ton of money to be happy. And sometimes, sometimes I feel like being rich could really jade you. You know what I mean? Like having an average job and actually having to work and save up to get certain shit, you appreciate it more.
Oh, I say it's funny you said that because I was reading a book and they're talking about how like the successful people that build themselves up from nothing have a harder time showing kids the value of money because they can't be like, oh, we can't afford to get that for you because they're living like this big penthouse.
Yeah.
So like, I think being average is good for you. So yeah, I take the average money.
Yeah, I'll definitely take the average money. All right, next question. Would you rather create history or delete it?
Create.
Yeah, I mean,
Because because to know where you're headed, you got to know where you're from.
yeah, I mean, history been getting deleted for years now.
Yeah, they already delete history,
Yeah,
or maybe not necessarily delete it, but they definitely change it.
yeah, the victors write the history books. So
For sure. Okay. Um, I don't. I'm not a fan of history. I don't. I've like history hasn't changed. Let's put it this way. History hasn't changed at all because history can't change. So they've been teaching us the same fucking history in school for X amount of years, and I don't think I've ever even gotten higher than a C in history.
Mm,
Because I just don't retain the fucking thing.
I'd say history is
With
one
that
of my
being
highest
said,
marks.
with that being said, I still think, like, changing history, or well, at least deleting it, would be stupid in the simple sense where that, um, if you delete history, it doesn't sound like it never happens, just sounds like no one knows about it. And if no one knows about it, then, like, how do people evolve? You know what I mean? How do they learn
Exactly.
from the past? So I may be a stubborn nigga, but even I can learn from mistakes, even though I choose not to.
Damn.
Oh, shit, he ain't lying.
Yeah, you need to learn.
About what?
Not learning.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, learn about something. Can't be dumb your whole life.
Okay, so let's go to the next question. Would you rather create a great piece of art and not get credit, or get credit for a piece of art you didn't create?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people that create plenty of things and never get credit for it. I mean, all throughout me coming up as a kid, I was always told that Thomas Edison created the light bulb when he only created the glass that goes around the bulb. It was a black man, I forgot his name, that actually created the light bulb itself, the inner workings of it. So, I mean, yeah, I'm cool on making something of whatever. I don't even remember the hell the question was. Making history and not getting credit for it because at the end of the day, I know I did that. So you can lay claim to fame for it all you want. At the end of the day, I know I did it. As far as someone who tries to take credit for something they didn't do, when they're asked to go ahead and replicate that and they can't, it's going to come out that they're a fraud anyway.
Yeah, I'd say
Hmm.
yeah. There's a actually was a podcast I listened to where the guy like the motion pictures wasn't
Uh,
created by that guy, but some other guy had like a prototype, and then he ended up going missing, and then the motion picture got patented. So it's like I guess I'd rather take have credit for some I well some I didn't do be recognized because it's it's along the lines of you kind of depending on what it is too. You could be doing a great service to people or be helping people out.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
so I'm with Irby. I think I'd rather have credit for something I didn't do than not have credit for something I did do. Because at least if I have credit on something that's pretty amazing and gives me attention, I can use that attention to do something that I'd rather do.
Oh no, I meant like I flipped it like like I give something I I'll do something and even though I don't get the credit for it, it helps people some way.
Oh no,
Like
I
a
think I'd
like say,
rather have the credit for something I didn't do.
yeah, say like I've been like a vaccine for polio or something, and then like I don't get no credit for it, but people's lives are better, then I could be okay and I could live with that because knowing the little child has a future where they can go on and create things or provide other services or maybe different avenues to help out other people. It's like the exponentially helping people. So I could live with that.
All right, so it sounds like that question is answered. Uh,
Yeah.
Tony and Irby are on the same page. I am definitely on the opposite of the spectrum. Would you
Let's do.
rather? Would you rather age from the neck up or the neck down only?
I
I'll,
think I.
I'll do the neck up.
Yeah,
I do the neck up.
Dick ain't gonna be strong for life.
Yeah, I need that dick game to be strong in the motherfucker, boy.
I be, so I be looking like Master Roshi,
That's
straight
fine with
muscles
me.
in the old face. Yeah,
You gonna get this fucking 20-something-year-old dick too.
my back would never hurt. Oh boy, that'd be great.
Yeah, that is
Jeez,
hilarious.
man,
Okay.
I can't remember the last time my back ain't hurt.
Would you rather leave your unemployed son homeless or pay for his drug habits and illegal activities? But that nigga could stay homeless.
Homeless.
That nigga could stay
Yeah.
homeless, bro.
Dang, y'all gonna help out your blood?
Bruh.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I have supported family members' drug habits, knowing damn well what they were doing, saying they were doing one thing with my money, me knowing damn well what they really were doing with it, and
Nah, I don't
I,
give
sh-
money out.
I should have stepped up and said something instead of just actively feeding this addiction for years. And to this day, I feel guilty for it.
Yeah.
And that person will probably tell you, hey, listen, you shouldn't feel guilty for it because deep down, I really wanted to believe they were using the money for what they said they were using it for. But in hindsight, I knew they weren't. So
Bruh.
I
My
can't, I
reasoning
can't,
is. Go ahead, Tom.
I can't actively sit there and feed my son's illegal habits and drug addiction. I can't. At least if that motherfucker is homeless, he'll eventually get the picture like, hey, something has to change. And motherfuckers never really get cured of that shit until they hit rock bottom. Once they hit rock bottom and they realize they've lost everything, then they finally get on the right path and do what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's what I feel too. Cause I got people asking me for stuff. Oh, I need money for this, and I say, oh, well, what's the thing? I can pay it for you right now. And they're like, oh no, that's all right. I'm like, okay, so I know you wasn't gonna do what you're supposed to do.
And my thing
So
is, ain't no one more untrustworthy than an addict, bro. Them niggas don't care about family or nothing until like they hit rock bottom and they see the error in their ways and that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. And there's no point in keeping this nigga in your house because he might end up selling all your shit and then next thing you know you homeless trying to keep this nigga keep a roof over this man's head.
Yep.
yeah, that's the way I feel. I don't give money out to the people in the little median. I go ahead and here's a sandwich, man, so you won't be hungry later. And the one time I did that, the guy was like, "Oh man, I just ate. Like, I really want some money for a hotel room." I was like, "Well, here's a sandwich for dinner, so you ain't gotta worry about your next meal."
Hey,
So, so stuff like that. Like the one time I gave a man, he was out there with a dog, and I gave him a bunch of like peanut butter food and like dog food and stuff. And that man was so happy I gave him that stuff. But I don't think he was an addict. I think he was just homeless.
Yeah.
And like, man, you would have thought I gave that man a brand new house or something. But yeah, I can't get down with people that don't do what they're supposed to do with their money, or are they doing not they're doing their illegal habits? No. So I guess homeless is the great answer.
um, okay, another one. Would you rather see the world but live in poverty, or live in one place and be rich? Personally, I'd rather live in one place and be rich. Fuck the world. I'll see it on TV.
You know
But
what?
hold on,
I'm
hold on.
I'm kind of the same fucking way.
But why? But if you were rich, why couldn't you still see the world? You know, like, are you not allowed to
Maybe,
move?
yeah, maybe like maybe you have like an anklet or something on it, like bounds you to the house, and like you can have anything you want. You're just confined to the area you're in.
That sounds kind of weird.
Just
Weird
answer a
reflection
fucking
like
question,
that.
Herbie.
run around in poverty or be rich in one place. Now, how rich are we talking about? Bill Gates rich, or rich enough to where you don't
Rich
have to
enough
worry
to
about
have
it?
anything you ever want.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be that rich. I'm gonna fly around the world. See, because that's like a double-edged sword. Because you be rich and go anywhere still. You could have virtual reality. That's like being there.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I'll see it some other way. I don't need to go there.
Yeah.
Half the world's shit anyway.
Mm.
Hmm.
Alright. That question's answered.
I
Yes, it
mean,
is.
that's kind of tough because yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Would I like to travel? Yes, but I also don't trust going to different states, let alone a different country. But then again, I feel like if you don't travel, you're leaving so much pussy on the table, bruh. Like,
It's not even like the being there. You talk about the women. I'm talking about
This
the
nigga,
yeah, hell
memories.
yo, this
yeah,
nigga came at me
nah.
sideways with a reason, bro. I was not expecting that.
But I'm serious though, man. Like, I would love to go to China and just bang a bunch of Chinese bitches. Go to Japan and bang a bunch of different Chinese or Japanese women and shit like that. Like
Alright, but
on my
ain't
bucket,
like they ain't no
my
ain't
on my
no Asian
bucket.
women over here though.
Yeah, but if you can't leave where you at, it's the same bitch all the time. You
You can
always
fly
you tell
in.
me, yeah, you could, but nah, I'd rather go there and use my nah, I want to be able to go there and fuck. You know what I
I'm
mean? Like,
saying,
let me go to your house and fuck up your sheets.
Bruh.
You know what I mean?
They say
I mean,
that's why they say pussy is a powerful thing. This nigga just he went from I'd rather stay here and be rich. So you know what? I want to fuck some Oriental pussy.
Well, and not only that, but also I feel like the more you travel, the richer you are too. Because then you also get to see the world. You get to see different cultures. You get to experience new things that you've never experienced before. So yeah, you may not be monetary rich, but culturally wise, you'll be a lot more rich. And
I say,
sometimes, you know, and a lot of times, money just money just money just gives you access to certain shit. You know what I mean? Money's not going to make you smarter. Money's not going to, you know, there's just certain things money can't do. So like, as much as I don't want to travel, I still would love to see the Colosseum in Rome. I would
I'm
still
planning a
love to
trip for that.
see,
Yep.
yeah, I would still love to go see Stonehenge. I would love to go see the Eiffel Tower. Um, I would like to go see Tokyo. I want to go to Moscow. You know what I mean? Hell, to be honest with you, there's really nothing in Great Britain I want to see. On my bucket list, I just want to bang a chick with a British accent.
Yeah.
I would love to go to Great Britain and get every woman in Great Britain pregnant. You know what I mean? That's just me though.
So yeah, uh, when I went to my little trip to the Bahamas, but you know the songs are always like, "Oh, water's so clear you can see to the bottom."
Yeah.
Like, that water was beautiful, man. Like the blue, it was great. And like my dad, he doesn't like he didn't even really want to go on there before. And when we got there, he was already planning on doing another trip again. Just how he liked it. You just you don't know the experiences until you've been there or you've seen it. We're like yeah, he's talking about yeah, when we going to our next one? Oh, we gotta start saving up. And like he didn't even want to leave to go in the first place. So it's like you do get the experiences and like uh we saw a stingray had like swim up to him in the ocean and like it scared her because he didn't know what it was and then it makes for like good experiences and good memories too when you travel. It was fun times.
Yeah. Like
But
when I
yeah,
was. Oh, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I would say yeah, definitely I want to go see the Roman Empire and all that stuff and the Louvre and stuff cross seas whenever we're allowed to do that again.
Yeah, I mean, but even like places here in America, like I would love to go to Yellowstone National Park. I want to see Mount Rushmore. I want to check out the San Andreas Fault. I want to go to Roswell. You know what I mean? There's just certain shit that I want to do. Like when I was a kid, like 23 years ago, me and my family, we went to go see my uncle in Alaska. And man, it's beautiful up there, man.
Yep.
Like we went up to the different. Obviously, we went to a bunch of tourist attractions. We went panning for gold. We took a road trip down to Anchorage, and it was so peaceful, so serene, surrounded by beautiful mountains. I remember on our way down there, or down to Anchorage, my uncle pulls over to the side of the road next to this mountain range, and we got out. We walked over to this little stream of water. It was straight fresh water, melted snow from the mountains. This shit was ice cold. He was like, he sat there and he told me and my cousin, like, you know, you could survive off this shit. All you need to do is throw it in the pot, boil the water, and you have drinkable water. It was just, it was beautiful, man. And even when I had a layover in Seattle, me and my family went walking through a park in Seattle, and man, I love Seattle. Even though it's been 23 years since I've been there, and I was only there for a couple hours. I got to go eat lunch in the Space Needle. I got to go see the Key West Arena where the Seattle Supersonics used to play. Like it was just a beautiful city.
Understandable. I don't.
Yeah.
I think you can miss me to travel.
Yeah, cause you're uncultured. That's why. But
Yeah.
it's cool though. You're
Yeah.
still my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, so as we speak, I don't mean to change the subject, but as we speak, Ubisoft is having a conference, and I just got word that they are adding AI to Breakpoint July 15th. What, in a couple, that's what, like 3 or 4 days from now?
Man,
AI.
listen,
What
they
do
were
you mean
supposed to
by
do that
AI?
like a year ago.
And they're also adding a bunch of DLC to it too, so I actually might jump back on that shit.
Yeah, I need to get on there. So there's something else I was gonna say. I forgot. But yeah, yeah,
Alright,
culture.
any more of these little goofy ass questions you got?
Um, would you rather become a creative person or a technical person?
A creative person or a technical person?
Yes.
I'm not understanding the question.
Yeah, what do you mean by technical person?
Shit, dog. I don't fucking know. You guys are the smart ones. I was hoping you tell me.
Do you mean like being able to do arts and crafts, or be like pretty much
So
cut and
maybe
dry?
like yeah, maybe being artsy versus being sciencey.
You mean like technical is like coding stuff, or
Yeah, like anything
like
science
what?
related.
Or technical could, all right, let's break it down to this, and I'll use video games as a I'll use video games as an example. So, you know how in 2K you have archetypes, right? You have, you know, you can make a playmaking shot creator, you can make a tenacious rebounder, shit like that, right? So,
Okay.
would you want to be a role player, or would you want to be an all-around superstar? So basically, do you want to be a Kyle Korver who's a three-point specialist, or do you want to be, I don't know, we'll go LeBron, who's basically an all-around superstar?
I want to be a LeBron.
I want to be a specialist. I want to be a master of one and not a master of none type of person. Cause like
Yeah,
just
almost
because
like
you
a
picked a
jack of
LeBron,
all trades.
yeah, I don't want to be good at everything, but like I don't want to know everything, but be good at none of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shoot.
But like, I'd rather be the creative person than a technical one. I guess if we're going that route.
Yeah, but if you're saying you want to be a jack of all trades, then yeah, then you would be a creative person. But if you want to be a master of just one thing, then you'd have to be a technical person.
Oh fucking hell! That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't
I don't
know.
know. Yeah, I don't know. Irby, which one?
I probably want to be creative, I guess. Be well versed and well rounded and everything. Be a Renaissance man or a Machiavellian man, as they would say back in the olden times.
Illuminati.
Nah, I ain't messing them. Mm,
12 gauge shotty.
nah.
Well, I look at it this way: you could be a creative person just because you're not a master of it, doesn't mean you're not. You can still be a step below being a master. See, I'll definitely take the creative player.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, and I understand that, but like, if like I'm a very competitive person, so if I'm in a field, I want to be the best in it.
No, no doubt, no doubt. But also here's where issue arises though. Let's say, for instance, you are a master mechanic, right? But now all of a sudden, a lot of these shops are are replacing their master mechanics with machines. So you being a master mechanic means nothing now. Whereas if you're someone who's a jack of all trades, okay, well, I can't be a mechanic anymore. So hey, let me go do music. Oh well, the music industry's dead. Oh, let me go. I don't know, go write some movies or some shit. I mean, you could write a terrible script, make a terrible movie, and the shit will still make millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean?
And I also look at it too this way. You know how they say there's always one more than one way to skin a cat.
Yep.
Like you can be someone can be the best in the field but not know how to solve a problem, and someone that's less creative, less talented, but like view the problem differently could still solve the problem. But would you still call that guy the best in the field? You know, or you just say he's pretty good? Like it's all in the eye of the beholder. Like like you could be like the top 10% or the top 100%. Like it all doesn't matter to some degree.
Yeah. I see. I'm perfectly fine being top 10%. I'll take top 10%. I'm good with that.
Yeah, see, I know Carlos won because that man don't like to lose to nobody, so he always want
I
to
Damn.
be
really
the best.
don't.
Yeah,
I'm a sore ass fucking loser.
the show is man, real sore.
Hey man, I
That's
don't
why,
think there's anything wrong with wanting to be the best.
No, there's
I ain't know.
absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to be the best.
Yeah, I didn't gonna give up my soul to be the best though.
I wanna be the very best.
Dude,
But that's just how it is, bro.
yeah.
Okay. Alright. Let's just do a couple more. Let's go up to the 20th one. We're at 17. Would you rather get a paper cut between your fingers every time you touch paper or bite your tongue every time you eat something? Give me the fucking
Oh,
paper cut.
yeah, give me the paper cut. Fuck
I
that
was,
shit.
Bro,
yeah, I was
because,
gonna
like,
say,
I already know when you bite your tongue or even bite like, your gums, like your cheek or something, that's the same fucking spot you're biting the next fucking 5 times you bite yourself.
Now this
yeah.
is a paper cut every time you touch paper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I can
just
wear
touch
gloves.
paper as least possible.
Yeah, I can wear gloves for that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't put nothing on your tongue to prevent you from biting the shit out of your tongue. That is
True.
painful.
especially when you're chewing good too. Phew.
Oh man, that means every time you eating some ass or some puss, you biting your tongue. Oh, you imagine?
Um, damn. Taking all
Yeah,
the
this nigga
different
went there
ways.
twice, bro.
It's the truth though, man. If I'm in the middle of eating some booty or eating some puss, man, I'm gonna be biting my damn mouth and shit.
This nigga's
Yeah.
something else, bro. He's something else. Alright, so would you rather have legs as long as your fingers or fingers as long as your legs?
Wait, what?
Would you rather have legs as long as your fingers or fingers as long as your legs?
I'm gonna
Damn.
say, I'm gonna say legs, fingers as long as my legs.
Hell yeah, bro. Alright, give me them long ass fingers, bro. I'm about to finger you until my finger comes out your mouth.
Basically, hitting them cheese fizzies. Yeah, because if you got legs as long as your fingers, man, good luck on driving.
Yeah. So what you say my dick ain't long enough? I'll shove this finger up your ass.
For real.
Shit. I'm saying.
Yeah. That question came at me sideways, bro. That shit hit different.
I mean, you had to get around in a wheelchair. You had the short legs.
And
Shit
fuck
weird.
that shit.
Shit
The only
definitely
thing that
weird.
the only thing that would suck is like obviously trying to drive, ride a motorcycle, trying to hold a controller. That
Everything
that
sums
kind of
up.
shit was, yeah. I mean that shit would suck. But I mean at the same time, at least I can still walk.
Yeah.
I can still walk. I can still drive. There's still a lot of things I can do.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-mm-mm.
Alright, so do we all agree? Fingers longer
Yeah.
than. Okay.
I don't know. I think I might like short legs so I can get some pants that fit.
Nigga, you wild. You won't even need pants if they as long as your fingers. You be getting fucking like what's that nigga from Barbie? That bitch Barbie dates. What's his
Ken,
name?
Ken?
Ken? Yeah,
yeah,
you be buying your fucking pants off that nigga.
damn.
Shoot.
So at least they'd be cheaper. Shit.
Sure would be. Yeah, pants are expensive.
Alright, 19. Would you rather wake up in the morning looking like a giraffe or a kangaroo?
Shit. I already wake up looking like a giraffe, so just give me that one.
I,
Nah, give me that kangaroo, bro.
I'm trying to be Kangaroo Jack out here.
Kangaroos be out here knocking niggas out. Not only that, but they move around pretty quick with the hopping and shit.
Hop hop, nigga.
Shoot.
Yeah, I think I'm with the I think I'm with the kangaroo because I feel like if you wake up looking like a fucking giraffe, like are you taking its physical form? And if you are, can you even fit in your room at that point?
Nope.
At least if I'm a kangaroo, I can comfortably lay on my bed. Well, I don't know how comfortable it is, but. Alright, so question 20, last question. Would you rather walk in on your parents making out or have them walk in on you making love?
Well, I've
What
definitely
the,
had my mom walk with me while I was deep in some post, so
but like, those two don't equate. Why would I care if I see my parents making out?
it all depends. Is it like some deep, passionate shit or just like a real quick peck?
I don't give a shit.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just me because I'm not used to seeing my parents together.
Shit, what if I'd say it already happened? Don't make a difference to me. Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Man, listen. They made me, what else, a mistake or plan? Which I was definitely a mistake. I was made, and I'm assuming there was some form of making out.
Damn.
Eat a dick, Herbie.
What? I ain't say nothing. But yeah, no, I mean you're right. Like how do you what you got here? You know,
So I feel like the two
they know
don't.
what that was.
That was a bad one to end on. Let's do a different one.
They don't correlate.
Would you rather have a foot long nose or a foot long tongue?
Ooh,
Foot
tongue.
long tongue. Yeah, I say foot long
Definitely.
tongue.
Give me that tongue. Shit, bitch, I'm
You over
out
here
here
looking
licking
like
your
Gustav.
ovaries, motherfucker.
Yeah. What are these fucking questions, bro?
Yeah, foot long, baby. Give a whole new meaning to Subway.
Hell yeah.
Eat fresh.
You can lick the top of her booty cheeks and everything from behind,
Hell yeah.
from the front.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you can.
But you ever had your butt ache from the front? Nope.
What? Oh,
Here we go.
shit. Damn.
This nigga just said
Oh
some real
yeah.
shit.
I
Yeah, that's
mean,
real nigga shit, yo.
yeah. If
Some
you ain't know,
real
you better ask
nigga
somebody.
shit. Alright.
Yeah.
So, song recommendations.
Oh dang, I ain't even got a song recommendation.
Oh, man. You gotta give me a second.
Alright, I'll go. Lately by Whit Lowry. I think I recommended him. Nah, it was the week before. Hey, play the game. Yeah, Lately by Whit Lowry. If I'm remembering the title of the song correctly, it's basically about like you caring for someone and like knowing that you're not good for them, blah blah blah, and like you wanting to change for them, but like you have to work on yourself first. I don't know. I've been into some deep rap lately. Like not just like I fuck bitches and get money, but like some I've been through some shit type of rap.
So you alright, dog?
Yeah, I'll let you know when I like start listening to like um Disturbed or something.
Mm.
I got one. So, this is actually from the Boys in the Hood soundtrack. It is by a group called Force One Network. If anyone's ever heard of David Hollister, he was actually in that group back then. And the song is called Spirit Does Anybody Care?
Weird. Does
Basically,
anyone care?
does anyone care? You know what I mean? Like, some like I think in the
The song fits
verses he's
the
like,
current theme.
you know, you got people dying in the streets and shit like that, and it's like, does anyone really care that people are dying in the streets? Shit like that. So yeah, I'm going with that one.
Hmm. Uh, well, I'm looking through some old tracks here. I do have a song that I used to like, you know, back in the what was it, late 2016s. This one, it's the guy's name is Matt Kearney, and it's called "Ships in the Night." Can't remember exactly what it's about, but it's about two two people, you know, their times are going away, I guess, passing each other by in the night. It's you know, stick along the lines of Sir Sinji, listening to some deep stuff. I ain't listened to it in a while, so you know, but I figured I gotta come up with something. Can't be the odd man out. But
All
yeah,
right, well,
that's
Damn, I
that,
just
that,
thought of a song for next week too. Ain't that something?
you're gonna
you better
forget it.
write
Just
it
say it
down.
now.
You better write it down.
He's gonna forget. Just say it now.
I just forgot it. You put
No,
too much
bro,
pressure
like
on me. I just forgot.
that's happened to me. Like yesterday, I was thinking of a song, and I had a different song I was gonna say, but then the one I just said played in my head, and I couldn't remember the song I wanted to say. And it was only
That's
2 seconds, but like the complete melody drowned out, and I was just like, oh fuck.
why I
Irvin,
keep a little notebook. Hmm?
Irvin, what was that song that you just suggested?
Uh, Matt Kearney, Ships in the Night.
And what was? Oh, okay. That just jogged my memory. Okay, so another song I recommend is by Black Star. That's with Mos Def and Talib Kweli, and the song is "Thieves in the Night."
Hmm.
I don't remember what it's about because I haven't listened to it in so long, but they bodied that song, especially Mos Def. Mos Def went in on that song. Very
Mm.
underrated rapper.
Okay.
Alright, guys. Well, I think that's gonna do it.
Shit, I'm gonna play that song right now. Shit, nigga.
I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening or watching, whatever you choose to let us entertain you on, whether it be YouTube or Spotify. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram at BigSin. Subscribe to us on YouTube at BigSin Podcast. I think it's just BigSin. And on Spotify, it is also Big Sin. I'm Sinji. Tone is somewhere on this mic. Irby's somewhere else on this mic. However,
Mm-hmm.
mic things work. And peace.
Peace.